Today we are analyzing Amaraja Batteries. If you see the weekly chart of Amaraja Batteries, price is reversing from this point now. And this is not something that is not expected, because if you see in past also, price has reacted from this level. So this is a resistance. And this is the first time, this is the second time price is coming to this point and it is facing rejection. So this is something that is expected and not something that we are not expecting. Now let us see on the daily chart. So if you see on the daily chart, you can see this part is one wave. This is a correction to this wave, and this is another move up. Now internally, if you see, for me, this part is a correction. This is an expandable flat correction, and this is the impulse. So between this impulse and this impulse, you can see there is no divergence. So we can label this as W, this is X, and this is Y. Now we cannot label this as 1, 2, 3, because if you see, this part of price action has entered into this region, which means this cannot be labeled as 1, 2, 3. It means this can be labeled as W, X, and Y, because this price action has intersected in this part. Now, if you see, this is an expandable flat correction, and here also for me, if you go to the 4-hour chart of this, you can see this is, I for me, this is all part of correction only, because you can clearly label this as impulse, but after this you can see the momentum has been very slow. So for me, all this is a part of correction only, and the impulse move ended here. So after that, you can see there is a correction and move up. So this is also an expandable flat for me. Expandable flat is here also. So this stock is, most of the times giving expandable flat only. Here also it was an expandable flat correction. Now also it is giving an expandable flat correction. Now internally, let us see this on a 1 hourly chart. So see, if this is the first move down, after that we got an correction and one more move down. Now if you clearly, now let me focus on the MACD here. So between this impulse and this impulse, there is no divergence. So which means after a small correction, we were again expecting it to move down. So if you see again, between this part and this part, there was no divergence. That is so it means we are expecting more downside. So we got a correction here, and it now again giving one more move down. So now if you see internally, between this and this, there is a small divergence, which means now next move can be on the upside. Whether this will be a 5 wave or 3 wave, that we need to see, but some upside cannot be ruled out. Now, as per demand zone, now if you see in the previous webinars, the stock was discussed, and I told at that time that this is a very strong demand zone, because there is a gap up after this, and it was a big gap up. So most probably, if you see, if you mark this zone, and from this zone, if you get a W pattern, so that will be the time to enter, because most probably this is a very strong demand zone, and if it has to react from this zone, this is the best zone where you can bet your buy setups. I hope this is clear, and if you have any questions, please post them as comment, and do like and subscribe our channel, because that really helps our channel.